Mama can sit anywhere else.
She can even sit at the owner's corner.
At the owner's corner, do you understand? But not beside the man.
Who is more important, your family members or your spouse? I am Ololade, and this is my husband and co-host.
Hello, everyone. Good to have you here. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. Babe, who is more important?
All right. First, everybody is important, and everybody has a role to play in our lives, right? There's the role of the father that cannot be taken by anyone else.
Yes.
There's the role of the mother that cannot be taken by anyone else. There's the role of siblings that cannot be taken by anyone else. There's the role of the spouse that cannot be taken by anyone else. So I think where the friction starts is when people begin to cross their boundaries.
Exactly. Boundaries must be set.
Yes.
And they shouldn't be crossed.
So you should know your role. All right. If as a mother you want to start taking the place of a wife, that's where there's a problem.
Yeah.
That's where there's a problem. So everybody should understand that they are important. However, we should maintain self-respect by staying within the confines of our roles. Mothers should remain mothers. Fathers should remain fathers. Spouses should remain as spouses.
Siblings
should remain as siblings. So it is when you want to overlap your role and fill the role of another person. That's when issues, come in. So we are all important. Everybody's important, but the roles should be clearly defined. For instance, there's this popular question that pops up, and it's common in social spheres. Who should sit beside the man? Is it his mother
when he's
when he's driving? Is it his mother or his wife? It's not even a question. It's not a question because there is something about, sitting horizontally with your spouse. It's a sign of affection. It's a sign of a bond.
Yes.
So Mama can sit anywhere else.
She can even sit at the owner's corner.
At the owner's corner, do you understand? But not beside the man. It's not a question. Do you understand? So it's about everybody understanding their place and sticking to it.
And
yes.
Like you said, babe, everyone is important. Yeah, the mom, the dad,
everyone
the
is
siblings,
important.
they're all
Yes.
important.
Yes.
But another thing that makes people stay within the confines of their boundaries and their roles is how you present your spouse to your family members.
Exactly.
It's very important. If you present your spouse like someone that shouldn't be respected,
yes,
they won't respect
that
person. They won't respect your
That's
spouse.
it.
But if you present him or her in a manner where they know that they just have to give this person his or her respect as your spouse, they will do so.
Everybody serves as the brand ambassador of their spouses.
Exactly.
So how your family perceives your spouse is up to you. I am responsible for how my family perceives my wife. My wife is responsible for how her family perceives me.
My husband.
So if you present your spouse as yourself, people need to understand what marriage is. Marriage is not for fun.
That's the thing.
You don't
Some
go
people
into
don't understand what marriage is.
Yeah, you don't go into marriage because you're of age. Yeah, because there are many people who are in marriage because they think they are getting older.
Yeah.
And the question is, who even defined old and young when it comes to marriage? I don't know. If somebody dies at 35, they'll say he died young. If he's unmarried at 35, they'll say he's old.
Humans cannot be pleased.
Do you understand? So who even defined these things for us? So many people are in marriage because of age, not because they understand what they are entering into. You would rather wait and be sure you get it right than be fast and then you fall. Yeah. So understand that marriage is coming together of both of you to be one. So how would you want to be treated? Should your spouse be treated that way? So in the place of oneness, you understand that your spouse is not just another entity. Your spouse becomes you. And you are to be, conscious of yourself first before other people. So everybody is important. But like economics teaches us, there is a scale of preference that is the proper, yes, yes, exactly, the order of things, the arrangement of things in their order of priorities. Truth be told, the spouse comes first.
Yes, definitely.
So if you're a man, your wife comes first before any other person. After God in your life.
Some men say they are mother.
Chief, we thank God for the role that your mom played in your life. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But
we are grateful.
We are grateful to God for her life. But the truth is this, if you be honest with yourself, are you still sucking your mommy's breast? Whose breast are you sucking today?
Say it loud and clear.
Do you understand it now? So, the day you got married, the order of things changed. The same thing too on the woman's end. Before she got married, the most important or the major authority figure in a woman's life before she gets married is her dad. But the moment she gets married, power changes hands. So the husband becomes the primary authority figure in her life.
Yeah.
Not even a pastor. Yes, it is our husband. Because you see many women who are very respectful when they see their pastors, when they see their religious leaders, their imams and all of that. They bow and do all of that. But when it is their husband's turn, they talk very rudely, there are women who, when they even visit their husband's offices or their husband's office, and they see people using sir for their husband in their mind, see the
is you they are saying sir for.
They are saying sir for. Well, while that could be a healthy joke, but there's how to balance it.
Yeah.
All right. Your husband is deserving of honor. So spouses are meant to prioritize each other before any other person. In fact, your spouse comes before your children.
Yes. Is it not with the spouse you made the children?
Do you understand? Your spouse was before your children are. Or before they came. And the truth is this, a time is coming when your children will go.
Yeah,
they'll go and start their own families.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So this brings me to a very important principle that I usually share with many of my proteges. And what is it? The family you are creating is more important than the one you were created in.
Did you get that?
The family you are creating is more important than the family you were created in. Thank God for the family you were created in, but what gives you a legacy, what gives you continuity is not the family you were created in. It's the one you established with the family you are creating. So the bond you share with your spouse is very, very, very important.
Yeah.
Thank God for your family members, your parents, your siblings. All right. Thank God for your uncles, for your aunties. Thank God for all of those people because they played very vital roles in bringing you to where you are today. But they don't really have much to do with where you're going. And your best is in front of you, not behind you. You don't, because of somebody's kindness to you in the past, sell off your future. That's one of the mistakes that many people make. He was kind to me 10 years ago. He paid my school fees. He did this. And then
carry that person is
more important than their spouses.
Yeah.
Look, we are to honor people, especially people who have been kind to us in the past.
Yeah.
We are to pay good for good, not good for evil. All right? Yeah. However, there should be no overlapping of roles. The person was benevolent to you. The person was kind to you. But the person who was maybe an uncle or a distant relative and was kind to you, at best, is a father figure or a mother figure. And what do you owe them? Honor. That's what.
Be careful not to reverence such people over your spouse. Be it male or female.
Yes. What you owe such people is honor. But what you owe your spouse is your life. Do you understand? You owe authority figures like especially people who have been kind to you in the past. You owe them honor, but you owe your spouse your life and your lifetime. Because this is the person that is partnering with you to build the future you both desire. And in that future lies the children, the grandchildren, and except you want to perform incest,
One of the reasons why we have a lot of people going through this type of issue where they reverend their families, like they put their families first before their spouses, is because of where they are coming from. The way they related with their family members while growing up, they see them as very important in their lives, and their places cannot be taken by anybody they are getting married to later in the future. So many of these people, they need to learn that once they get married, their spouses become more prioritized than any other family member, be it your dad, your mom, or your siblings, or even your uncles, because there are some people, they reverend their uncles or aunties, especially the ones that probably they are the ones that sent them to school, paid for their school fees, funded their upbringing and all. So they need to, people need to understand the fact that the spouses are very, very, very up there. That's the way I can put it. They are not like they are more important than your family. Everyone have their roles, but like my husband said, there shouldn't be overlapping of duty.
Yes. It's very important that families put in lessons like this into their values. Let the children be taught from a young age that I love you, I'm responsible for your upbringing, but a time would come where you would be let alone to go and start a family on your own. Do you understand? And at that point, your spouse is very important. I know you love me as your dad. I know you love me as your mom, but the family you're going to start, if we didn't give ourselves to being responsible for this family, you wouldn't have enjoyed the best of parenting. Paint it to them from that light. Do you get it now? And one of the ways you can do it wholeheartedly is not to live your life in such a way that your children are a retirement plan. Things like pensions, things like investments are things that every married couple should take very, very seriously. Your children should not be used as a bait, because when you make your children your retirement plan, you're putting pressure on them unconsciously, especially in the early years of their marriage. You don't know you don't know what they would face, because generations have their peculiar challenges. The kind of challenges that our parents faced in the early years of their marriage, is different from the challenges we face in the early years of our own marriage. Yes, there may be peculiarity, there may be similarities, but there are some things that are peculiar to our generation. Now, imagine what it would be like when our children are of marriageable ages. So you don't want to dabble into the things that they are going through. Rather, you should be a support system. I look forward to giving my children a send forth package when they are getting married that would make them start marriage life, like their new families on a soft ground. Do you understand? Not that I am already mounting pressure from them. I've sent you through school. I have taken care of you. You must give me. So a wise man once said, "What is honorarium without honor?" Children should be in a place of comfort and gratitude when given to you, not in a place of pressure.
Like what we said earlier, how you present your spouse to your family members matters a lot.
Yes.
So if you present your spouse as someone who is responsible, as someone who makes you happy, your family members would relate with your spouse as such. But if you present your spouse like someone who is always troublesome, who is always giving you headaches and problems, they would start prognosing into your marriage.
And they will think they are more important than your spouse.
Exactly.
That's it.
They will start bringing up words, and in fact, some family members go as far as insulting that spouse, and it's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not right. If there is any issue between both of you, sort it out amongst yourself, or you take it for professional. Go to a professional counselor who does not even have any relation with any of you, and would give you his own professional advice.
Yes.
Rather than taking the matter to your family members who most times they don't really have anything to say.
Yes.
They don't even have anything that would help with the situation.
Yeah.
So rather than adding more issues to what is on ground, just present your partner as someone who makes you happy, someone who is responsible and good, and they would reciprocate to your spouse as such.
Yes. And that's why I would also add this. Courtship is very important. Courtship is the interface period between your single life and your marriage life. So in the season of courtship, you are supposed to carry your partner along in the major decisions of your life. The only difference between courtship and when you are married is sexual commitment. So observe your partner that you claim to be in a courtship with. Does this person seek your opinion about every decision he or she is making, or you don't matter? It's a sign whether you should go ahead with marrying the person or not. Because there are signs. Let me tell you something. There are signs.
Could be that the person is getting advice from someone else.
When you are always hearing other people being carried along in your partner's decision more than you, of course, there are places or there are times when other people's inputs matter, but you should be in the know. It is wrong for you to be in a committed relationship with someone you intend to spend the rest of your life with, and major decisions are being made by the person, and you're not carried along. You are not involved. Your opinion does not count. You're about to enter bondage.
It's even a red flag. Cherry, big red flag.
Red banana, red canopy, red parachute, red costume.
It's a no-no.
It's a no-no. So watch out. If you're in a relationship, your information would naturally flow out to the other person. The other person's information should naturally flow into you. So if you find out that somebody, especially the man in the relationship, is always saying, let me ask my mommy, or let me ask my daddy, let me ask my mommy, let me ask my daddy, or let me ask my brother, every time, a decision that has to be made is always done by the permission or, by the approval of any family member. Watch out. Now, some people do it unconsciously.
Yeah.
Based on how they were raised.
Yeah.
If you come from a closely knitted family, the chances are that, you will behave like that in the early stages of your relationship, not of your marriage, of your relationship. That is why you are in a courtship. So, as a partner to such fellows, call them to order that, hey, we are building a new family. I appreciate the role that the family you're coming from played in your life. But this is time for us to rehearse our oneness. Let it be more about us, because the future is more about us than them. So from now, let's begin to rehearse decision making together as a team. Do you understand it?
That's in courtship.
In courtship, because you don't want to wait till you get to marriage. These are the kind of things that people are supposed to address in courtship. But rather than addressing things like this, they just go on a sexual spree.
And then it starts causing issues in their marriage.
So what do you do in your courtship? Your courtship is the foundation for your marriage. The quality of conversations you have in your courtship would overlap into the marriage. That's the truth. Yeah. So, courtship is not a time for testing, some unnecessary things. These are the core issues. The family you are creating, the bond you have with each other. I'm not saying don't party, but do it in moderation. It should be more about communication than jamboree.
Yeah.
It should be more about, fusion than any other thing. This person is coming from a different background. I'm coming from a different background. You don't want, how do we fuse them together? You don't want to be growing apart. So these are the conversations you should have. Helping the person know that you are safe with me, I'm safe with you, and together we are bringing our individual differences to become one. And then it is at the point of agreements, when you have more agreements than disagreements, you have more bondings than, splits over any issue. The more of such happen, then you know that your wedding date is drawing close. You don't set a wedding date because you are aging. You set a wedding date because you are ready to get married.
Yeah.
Do you get it now? So, talking about importance, everybody is important, but there should be no overlapping of roles.
Yeah.
So when there is no overlapping of roles and everybody respects who they are and stick to
lives
it,
of the part of the spouses,
we'll be fine. I mean, I have siblings who are building their own families because I am engaged in the building of my own family. My siblings respect me because I'm not poking into their affairs. It is with honor that they would call my attention to something that they want me to be involved in. That's more honorable than always poking. Do you know that there are,
if someone is less busy is when they have time to stop. But if you are busy building your life, busy building your own family, or even busy building your career life, you won't have time to be prognosing into other people's affairs.
There are in-laws. Do you know that there are in-laws who always, or there are families who always call their son to know how the wife is cooking for him. The wife, who we call the son. Hope she has cooked for you today. And that's our village soup. Hope she cooked. What did she cook? Hope she cooked it well. And then there are some families who spite their son's wife by carrying food from their own house to their son's place. It's not fair. It's not fair. The woman, that is the wife, she may not voice out, but trust me, she's hurt.
Yeah.
When you import your family members to come and do...
My mother's food is one I don't...
when you import your family members to come and do what your spouse is supposed to do, you are setting your family up for trouble. Yeah. Why then go and sleep with your mommy now? Let her give you children, if that's it.
Maybe
you understand? Yeah, go and with your mommy.
His mom.
Don't do that. Don't do that. When you are married, your spouse becomes the principal fellow in your life.
Yeah.
But we have a clear understanding. You have a clear understanding that every family member, everyone who played a role in your upbringing is equally important. But your spouse comes first.
Yeah. So if you have any question or any comment about this topic, please feel free to post in the comments section.
Yes. Or if you don't want people to know about it, you could send us an email at lovepassions@gmail.com. lovepassions@gmail.com. And peradventure, you are single or you're in a relationship or you're even married and you need help with counseling, professional counseling, please send an Instagram DM. Just go to Love Passions Wholeness on Instagram. Send us a DM or visit our website, www.lovepassions.wholeness.com. Till we come your way again, we hope you've enjoyed this session.
Like this video.
Share the video. Click the subscribe button if you have not, and click on the notification button so that you will be informed whenever a new episode is uploaded. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.